Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zang here, and today I've got another VGC 14 for you guys from the May International Challenge. Since you guys are awesome and hit 500 likes in less than a day, so let's aim for another 500 on this video to support daily uploads. Anyway, like I said, this was from the May International Challenge. It was actually the very last battle I had. Now, I didn't get to use up all 60 of my games, but as you know, I streamed the majority of it. It was a lot of fun. You know, the team wasn't as super competitive as a team I could have brought, you know, featuring Miltank and Alamomola, but it was a lot of fun, and I still wanted to hit a rating of 1700, so I was around 1690 before this last battle, and I knew if I beat my opponent, I'd be able to reach my goal of over 1700. So this is one of the games I took more seriously. You know, when you play on stream, it's easy to get distracted because you're trying to entertain the stream instead of playing 100%. But I'm glad I did it. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'll definitely plan on streaming more. As you see, my team is Miltank, Zapdos, Mega Lucario, and Hydreigon. My opponent, Bolvi's team, is going to be Mawile, Ludicolo, Salamence, and Rotom Wash. Pretty unique choice in Ludicolo. I think Ludicolo has a lot of potential in VGC 2014, especially because Amoonguss is such a common Pokemon, and Ludicolo actually does not get affected by Rage Powder because, of course, it's Grass type. You know, put an Assault Vest on it, and with the diverse move pool of Hydro Pump, Giga Drain, and Ice Beam, you can actually touch a lot of the formats. So let's get right into it. Now, I know Miltank Zapdos is a safe lead for me because the only thing on his team that really outsped me was the Salamence, assuming it was Choice Scarf, but if it was Scarf Men's, then Zapdos would be able to take a Draco Meteor and hit back with a Hidden Power Ice, so I'm not too worried. And I know Miltank can just start spreading Thunder Waves, and just Seismic Tosses even. And so I'm happy to see my opponent's lead as he goes with Salamence and Rotom Wash against my Miltank and Zapdos. And, you know, when you see the 4 times weak Dragon to Ice, you always want to just go for the HP Ice. So here, anticipating, say, a Draco Meteor right off onto the Zapdos, I kind of just say, alright, I'm going to go for it. But my opponent makes a great play by switching out the Salamence into his normal Mawile to get the Intimidate off on both of my Pokemon. Of course, not going to matter, but the Mawile switching was really key there as he takes that really well, and I take some Life Orb damage. Really smart play by my opponent there, and one that definitely had me a bit frustrated right from the start because, you know, had I just went for a Thunderbolt there, say instead, that Mawile would have been severely damaged. He's actually going to miss his Will-O-Wisp onto Miltank. You know, out of all the Pokemon in VGC 2014, Miltank is probably one of the only Pokemon that's actually fine getting burned just because it takes it fine. You know, with Milk Trunk, you're able to heal back, so the residual damage adding up doesn't really matter, but still a lucky break there. He does Mega Evolve, and I go for the Substitute here because I don't want my Zapdos to get double targeted and get KO'd. So, you know, I Seismic Toss the Mawile to get some damage off to put it in Thunderbolt range. I actually avoid another Will-O-Wisp as he goes for the Iron Head onto Zapdos. So, once again, you know, the real lucky thing about missing the Will-O-Wisp is that Rotom can't, you know, it's not focusing its attention on actually attacking, so I'm very fortunate there. I don't think it mattered too much in the long run, but I'll still take it. His Mawile is going to feint to my Life Orb Zapdos with Thunderbolt, which is exactly what I was planning for, so it's going to be KO'd before even doing very much, as I do get another Seismic Toss off onto Rotom. And like I said, because he was trying to burn the Miltank instead of probably targeting my Zapdos with an actual attack, I was able to use that to my advantage. And like I said, Miltank, I'm really fine with that getting burned, just because I know I can, you know, just heal back with Milk Drink. So he finally realizes I probably shouldn't be burning, and it actually goes for a Hydro Pump. You see there, it actually does a very nice amount of damage considering how bulky Miltank is. He's actually going to bring in his Salamence now. Once again, Intimidate, not going to matter, but now, of course, he gets the advantage of speed. He actually goes for the Rock Slide instead of the Draco Meteor, which makes sense because you always have the flinch possibility, but fortunately I don't flinch here, and I do get my Hidden Power Ice off onto that Salamence. It's actually going to be a KO onto it. So Zapdos really carrying my team right now, taking out 2 knockouts right from the start, as I even hang on from Life Orb damage, and Miltank isn't fully paralyzed. If you're wondering why, flinched, I did go for the Thunder Wave there, anticipating one of my 2 Pokemon to get flinched. I was just playing my odds there. I said it's okay if Zapdos gets flinched because at least I'll be able to paralyze the Miltank, but I was perfectly fine there. I'll definitely take the Salamence knockout and not doing anything with Miltank any day, just because it's always good to knock out your opponent's Scarf Pokemon. So he brings in Ludicolo here. I'm actually anticipating the Fake Out coming in, but he actually does not go for it, so I get my Thunderbolt off, and it does over 50% right away to that Ludicolo, so clearly not very defensive, as I do get a Thunder Wave off, reducing its speed for the rest of the game as well. I know I'm probably going to lose Miltank here, but I'm perfectly fine. That turn went a lot better than I actually expected. I was expecting the Fake Out just to go off to Zapdos and KO it, but, you know, I didn't really want to switch out Zapdos at that point because I knew I had 2 Pokemon in the back that could secure the win up for me. So I'm going to lose Miltank and Zapdos this turn, but both really doing its job. That's Ludicolo actually revealing its item to be Leftovers, which is interesting. Like I said earlier in the video, if I were to run a Ludicolo in VGC 14, I'd probably run Assault Vest, maybe Life Orb, maybe even Citrus Berry if I could fit it onto my team. But anyway, like I said, I have Lucario and Hydreigon in the back. I know both of these Pokemon actually outspeed my opponents too, after having paralyzed that Ludicolo. So I know the game is pretty much over at this point. I can close combat the Ludicolo, Dark Pulse the Rotom to ensure the win. Of course, Dark Pulse, I can do that safely because I am running max special attack Modest with choice specs on my Hydreigon. So really, really nice damage output from that. A lot of people don't expect the KOs it gets, and as a result, it really does help out. So I do KO the Ludicolo, and I do KO the Rotom here with the Dark Pulse as I win 2-0. And so in the end, I did end up with a rating of over 1700. Of course, a lot lower than the ratings I'm used to. Back when I played in the Wi-Fi tournaments last year, I was always in really the top 8 in America. But of course, with no need for championship points, it allows me to use more fun teams instead of playing really, really seriously. And I always love featuring new Pokemon, and getting to use Miltank and Alomomola has been a real blast in this tournament. So hope you enjoyed that match. I did get pretty lucky with 2 Will-O-Wisp burns, but I thought overall I still ended up playing pretty well. And Miltank, like I said, once again, a Pokemon that, you know, can take a burn any day. But yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed that match. Like, comment, subscribe, of course, if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Alright, peace.